Do
we start? Hold on. Cool. Open this up.
So is my voice good here, or is it better back here?
Hold on, keep going.
Round about here. Is that a good idea?
I think so.
If I lean back a little bit? Or no, because then it echoes, so I should be a bit closer.
Stay
but not this close.
No.
This close.
I'm just looking at make sure ours are even.
Yeah.
So if we both talk at once. If we both talk at once, talk at once. Let's talk at once.
Let's talk at once.
Talk at once.
It's probably a good idea to talk at once. Yeah, we're around about the same area.
Cool, that's cool. Stop this shit. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sir Brady Podcast. My name is Paris, also known as Sir Brady, and with me as always is my co-host Cahan man. Cahan!
Hi.
How the hell are you?
I'm pretty good.
Hesitation, I love it. Welcome back to the fourth annual episode, and by annual I mean roughly between 4 days from Thursday to about Sunday we'll record.
Yeah, because that's what annual means, eh?
It's annual.
Welcome to our leap year edition.
Today we're going to talk about the best film in trilogies. So we're going to talk about some trilogies and what we think is the best film in those trilogies. And it's a variety from like action to superhero movies, our usual forte. But first, let's talk about the news. Cahan, I always do that. Cahan, we talked about this briefly before we started, but the Dumbledore controversy.
Yeah.
I had to inform you of this.
So yeah, I was not aware that this was actually an actual
For those of you who don't know, the upcoming Fantastic Beasts. Where are these beasts? Who are they? The Crimes of Grindelwald.
They have to name the title of that just for you.
The Crimes of Grindelwald will involve a young Dumbledore. We talked about this last time with Jude Law playing Dumbledore. And recently, probably about 2015, J.K. Rowling confirmed on her Twitter that
Dumbledore was actually gay.
Yeah. And the speculation was if they ever got round to doing a young Dumbledore, that they would include
his sexual preferences inside the film.
But what has come out, I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was J.K. Rowling or David Yates. They've said no, they're not going to include that in the story. And a few people, and I wasn't sure which community they're a part of, whether it be people who aren't gay that just thought, oh, this is outrageous. You should, trying to be like...
You don't know where it came from.
Yeah, politically
some people
correct.
had a problem with it.
But people had a problem with it not being a main interest. And we talked about this beforehand, and I wanted to save a lot of that conversation because I think it's irrelevant. We were having this conversation, you're like, stop. Yeah, stop talking, yeah.
Stop, we'll save it for the podcast.
I think having his sexuality be like an important part of the movie is irrelevant. I don't think that's an important element.
It's not essential to his character.
Absolutely.
It's like what you said before was that it wasn't a big part of the Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah, the original Harry Potter films. And maybe J.K. Rowling thought of it later on, maybe she never had it in mind. But if you've got that in mind... If you've got him being gay in mind or not, it doesn't change the character. You know what I mean?
It doesn't.
And it shouldn't. That's what I think the point of equal rights, whether it be for your race or for your gender preference.
Yeah, like what I said, equality is essentially, it's like wanting to be accepted.
Yeah.
And it's not like people like that aren't accepted, but it's coming to a stage of it not being a big deal. Like, to me, at least, and I don't want to make like a controversial opinion or anything, is that at its core, that's what they should be trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Is not having, someone being gay or someone being transgender or anything like that be a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's why I don't think this is an actual controversy. Well, it is because people have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not controversial because they're not making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
And
I think even if they address it or not, I don't think it should be... maybe there's a photo of him with Grindelwald or...
Oh, it's going down a...
It's not Grindelwald. Sorry, he had a... Apparently he had a...
Yeah, it was Grindelwald.
Yeah, Grindelwald, yeah. No, because apparently that's who he's...
Yeah, that's why it's such like a big deal for him.
Yeah, but no, I think if there's maybe there's a photo of them like... bros, you can interpret it of them being friends, you can interpret it as them being in a relationship.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that, that's fine. But the expectation, I think, is...
Like, you don't want a plot line with it.
Yeah, I don't want him to be like, hi, I'm Dumbledore, I'm gay. Because that doesn't make sense. And also the era that the film is based in, that also wouldn't make sense. And maybe the Wizarding World is more... Because there was a black Ministry of Magic in the last one.
Minister of Magic,
She was a black woman. And I think maybe And that's a cool idea, having the Wizarding World being more... advanced than we are.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's relevant, and I think that's some controversies. I feel more than ever, especially now, 2017, 2018, people feel like they need to get upset when, we've spent so long, people have been upset about racism and sexism, and now when little things like this happen, people feel they need to, when really it's just, if it's there or if it's not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, like, for me, like, personal opinions aside and anything like that, it's, in terms of the film, because it's obviously what we should and are talking about, in the context of the film, it doesn't have to be a big deal, but it can be mentioned. And maybe that's why there's such a big problem. It's that because whoever said this, maybe the way that they said it implied that they weren't going to bring it up at all.
Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to get across that it isn't going to be key to the storyline, or anything like that. But maybe it came across that they were just trying to ignore that fact.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just it got lost in translation.
Yeah, let's hope it's that because...
and I probably think it is that. I mean, because, like, obviously... I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's the media's fault or anything like that. But obviously, a lot of things get lost in translation, So it's probably simply that.
Of someone out of context. And
I think in context of the film, like, it's not like Dumbledore's not going to be gay. And it's not going to be like they're going to make a big thing about Dumbledore being gay. It just, he simply is.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be one way or another. He is, but it doesn't have much relevance to the overall storyline. It's not like Dumbledore's going to save the day because he's gay.
Yeah.
Or Dumbledore did this because he's gay. Or on the opposite end of the spectrum, Dumbledore did this because he's straight.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has no...
He's gay, so he did this.
Yeah, it has no impact upon the story, and that's probably what they were trying to get across.
Yeah.
It has no impact on the story, so we're not going to make it a big deal.
Exactly. Speaking of big
deals, probably just talked 5 minutes on it when we should have only talked about 2.
I said, speaking of gay, Kim Possible.
Yeah.
There's a really funny thing about Ron being gay, but obviously he's with Kim. Kim Possible. Disney announced that they are going to be doing a live action film for Kim Possible.
Sorry, just flash. Perfect choice for Ron.
Yeah.
What's that boy that's in We Are the Millers?
Oh yes.
That kid.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
He's not as awkward now, like looking, but he just
Googling.
Well, anyway, Kim Possible. They're doing Disney's doing the Kim Possible movie, live action Kim Possible film.
Oh, this is in a line of what have we had? Lion King's been announced. Aladdin's been announced.
Yeah. A lot of them have been announced.
Will Poulter.
Will Poulter.
He's got those eyebrows that look like birds' wings.
Yeah.
He was in Narnia, wasn't he?
Yeah. Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Yeah, he was in
he was the cousin or whatever it was.
In the maze stuff. Talking about Kim Possible. Yeah, Kim Possible. It's the first Disney thing that I'm not upset. Like I've had this.
Have you had a problem with them?
I've had a weird. They've been good. I really like Cinderella. That was one that a lot of people.
I love Cinderella.
Yeah, a lot of people missed it though, and I liked it.
And Rob Stark didn't die.
Yeah, but the other one is Beauty and the Beast. I saw half.
Don't you dare say something wrong about Beauty and the Beast.
I saw it at your guys' house. And I saw half it, and then the girls were watching it. And I think I went out. Away. I did enjoy it. I think I need to sit down and watch all of it. What was the other one they did?
Jungle Book.
It was give or take for me.
Yeah.
I guess my problem is I love Disney's. It's not all original, obviously. The Snow White story and they existed beforehand.
They're from like the Grimm's fairy tales.
But
and stuff
I've enjoyed things like Inside Out, Zootopia, Disney and Pixar. I know they're separate companies, but I like how they've continued to do original content. So when they then say, "Hey, we're also going to lead off and do live action stuff," it makes me skeptical.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, I absolutely love the remakes, and I want to get as many as I can possible.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm not saying that they're all going to be great, because, well, ones so far have been great for me, but there's probably going to be a couple of bad ones, but I don't know, like, obviously, we grew up on them, because Disney's like for every child, no matter if you were there when they first came out, or 20 years later.
In the 50s, or when you were a kid in the 70s, absolutely.
Like, that's irrelevant, but it's nice kind of seeing that again.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
It's seeing it once more,
but also slightly different.
Yeah, it's like a new, for me at least. It's like, here's pink, but here's fluorescent pink.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, it's the same thing, but it's a different version of it.
Is it like reliving your childhood, but also not?
Not quite that. It's not nostalgia quite. It's more, here's something you loved, but
here's Emma Watson doing it.
Essentially, yeah, and it's not in your face like, like it's not like a remake. I mean, it is a remake, but it's a live action remake of an animated film.
Okay,
yeah,
I see where you're going.
And that's why I probably tolerate it,
Right, yeah.
But yeah, as I said before, it's like here's pink, fluorescent pink. It's the same thing, and
it's not discarding the other one. And
yeah,
I see where you're going with this. Yeah, but again, Kim Possible. I'm in love with her. No, Kim Possible is one that I'm excited about because I think that the show is really successful. There was a couple of straight to DVD movies sort of thing. I don't think there was a theater release, except maybe not here. There may have been in the States. But Kim Possible, I'm excited for because I like that sort of. I love that story of. It's when I was a kid. It was like I wasn't in high school when it came out, but it was at high school, and you got Wade, the tech guy, and you've got Shigo and all those characters.
Wade, the guy from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
The Ned.
Yeah. He's the computer guy.
We just are casting this movie like right now. We're just with no segment at the end for recasting. We're doing it with Kim Possible. But no, I like the I like Kim Possible a lot. So I'll be keen to again. I see what you mean now. Yeah, I've got that feeling of I want to see it again. It's not discarding the last one, but it is a new sort of take.
Yeah. It's interesting how they're going to do it though, because with all the Disney remakes and stuff. It's like it's princess and princesses, princes and princesses, obviously, and it's, well, you can call it fantasy almost, it is fantasy. With this Kim Possible, it's like, are they going to make it like a replica of the TV show, and will that be hard to sell to an adult audience, or will it be like a more mature version of it? I don't know. Just an idea.
Yeah, that's interesting. That sounded really fake. I was like, that's interesting. Good one. Great conversation.
Hey, I'm talking for an hour and a half. Not everything I'm saying is going to be great.
Joaquin Phoenix is in talks, depending on where you read, it may say he's confirmed, in talks to play the Joker in Martin Scorsese's
Batman film? Or is it a Joker film?
I think it's a Joker film. It's not related to the new live-action DC Extended Universe films. It's just its own story, and we talked about Scorsese last time. We talked about Shutter Island and how that's an underrated film. Yeah. So clearly we're a fan of Scorsese's work, but this idea to me doesn't fly. I just don't see a need for it.
Yeah. And I'm much the same. It's kind of like it's like Spider-Man for me. Like I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Careful where you step.
I liked Spider-Man. Like, I really love Spider-Man: Homecoming, and it's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man films.
At the moment, it is my favorite.
But it was like, and it's much worse for Joker, essentially, for me, because like, Spider-Man over the space of 15 years or whatever it was, we got 3 different renditions of it. Mm-hmm. And then once you think back to Heath Ledger, back in 2008. Okay, to now, in 10 years, we've gotten about 3 versions of the Joker, and in between all that. Especially in the more recent years, we've had, is this the new Joker? Is this the new Joker? Right. There's a Joker movie in the talks. There's a Joker movie in production, Right. And it's not the fact that I'm sick of the idea of the Joker. It's just that it's...
Like, have a person
It's been talked so much about it. Right. And it's kind of like, I don't want to see another one.
Okay. It's like over-anticipated to the point where you
I would be completely fine if I never saw another Joker for like
10 years,
10, 20 years. Doesn't really matter because you have Mark Hamill doing the Joker with the games because it's not just the movies. You've had the games, you've had the TV shows. Joker's always been around.
Yeah.
And because there's been so many things attached to it and so many things, so many things said about it. It's a case of build up. And then you either miss your mark or it doesn't live up to it. So afterwards, you have like a bitter taste, or you're just tired of it.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like for me. It's like, oh yeah, it's great, Joker film. I'm not gonna see it.
And that's the thing. Like, I think that whole thing around it is I'm not annoyed or disheartened to have any of these people involved with it, whether it be DiCaprio maybe in it or Joaquin Phoenix or Scorsese. That's not my problem. I think that, again, I agree with you in that. Where the point is, like, I'm sort of burnt out on an idea of a Joker film.
I'm also burnt out on the idea of Batman, really.
Yeah, like I think, and like you said this earlier. You said, like you didn't see the Justice League
No.
You didn't watch Justice League in theaters.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah.
You were a year and a half ago, you were pumped.
Yeah, because it was like, what we were talking about. We were just talking about DCEU, I think.
We were talking about the how DC expected Justice League not to
do well
at the box office.
And I just simply said that, it's been downplayed, not downplayed, but it's been talked about so much and everything's happened. We haven't seen anything remarkably good to make it almost worthwhile.
Yeah.
That I went from a year ago, a year and a half ago even early last year.
Yeah.
You're seeing Wonder Woman and then being super hyped.
For Justice League.
And then for Justice League. And then Justice League came. And I didn't see it, but I wasn't upset about that.
Yeah.
I wasn't fussed or anything. I wasn't like, even now, like you scroll through like your YouTube feed or whatnot, and you're like, Superman versus the Justice League or whatever. Obviously, it's probably seen that happens in Justice League. I don't know. I don't even feel like clicking on that.
Right. Yeah. It's unappealing
just because it's not that it's unappealing. It's just that it's not appealing.
Right. Okay. So
it's not unappealing.
But
it's like, oh my god,
yeah.
I'm never going to watch that. But it's not appealing. It's like, yeah, I'll click on that YouTube video, or
they're pretty
I'll go
handsome.
watch that
They're
film.
pretty handsome. I'm pretty appealed by those people. But Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill, bloody mix them up in a pot and have a good drink. Yeah. No.
What was that?
I've lost my mind. I don't know. But no, I see what you mean. Like, and that's the thing with this Joker film as well. It's that, like. And I don't know where I will sit. And again, I'll probably see it.
Yeah.
But I'm not first in line. I won't be watching. I won't be like, if there's 3 or 4 trailers, I won't go watch all of them. I might just see the first trailer.
You watch the first one and that's it.
Yeah, and it kind of makes me sad to feel that way in a weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel that way about the Joker. The Joker is
yeah.
And all of them are unique. Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Mark Hamill, Jared Leto. They've all got this, and it still feels Joker.
Oh, I even kind of like Jared Leto's Joker.
I did enjoy elements of it.
But it's, yet again, it's that thing that's so many versions of it. Or not versions, but it's been talked about so much, and it's such a prevalent thing that, DC's just epitomized it. It's all talk, no real payoff for all talk.
Yeah.
You know? Almost, and I don't want to start like a DC Marvel conversation or anything like that, or, but what Marvel does almost is that they show you, they don't do much talk. They show you, and...
Well, like you have led to believe that the Black Widow movie is just talk.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not uncontradictory to what I said, it's just, no, they say something.
Yeah.
But that's all they say. They like release statements, and then we do the rest for them.
Right, yeah.
Justice League's like, DC's like, we're doing this. Oh, now we're going to do this. And now we're going to do this. And now we're going to do this, And that's probably just because
And I think that cycles...
Flash has got its 50th writer and...
That cycles back to the release, was it 2013? They released their upcoming releases.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, we're doing Shazam, we're doing Cyborg, we're doing Flash, we're doing Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And we're slowly getting to those times and they're nowhere to be seen. Like you said, Flash has had... I don't know, a handful of writers, handful of directors coming in.
And so now there's a bunch of talk that they have to explain why they're behind schedule or anything like that.
Maybe
so then you get
Flash movies are Flashpoint.
And then you find out like a bunch of stuff that's unnecessary, like, I don't know, the lunch lady on set spilt something on Henry Cavill, so, production was postponed for 2 days. Like, you hear about every little thing. So when the end result pops up, all this talk, it's just... It's no matter how great the film is, there's always a feeling it's like all this talk and this is it.
Yeah, it's like more Justice League.
This is what all that talk was, and it's not building the movie up. It's just we've heard so much about it.
Yeah. It's like that's that thing. You overhear. Someone's maybe told you that I don't know, Get Out's really great or Zootopia's really great. And,
Infinity War. Infinity War is like 3 months away.
Yeah, one trailer.
I've heard one trailer, and obviously that goes beside, but we haven't heard every little thing. No. We haven't heard like every tale from on set or this, that, and everything else. But...
You have to look for that information.
Yeah, but with Justice League, 8 months, a year beforehand, there was an article out about every week about what went wrong this week.
Yeah.
Or what...
Is Affleck in? Was he on set
was
today?
He out,
And then obviously, unfortunately, there was one, but, Snyder's daughter was a sad thing, obviously.
Yeah.
His daughter, and that part I got, release that, because,
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there was like Sweden's doing this. Is Snyder back in this week editing? Is Whedon doing? And it was back and forth, and people complain about them the whole movie, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I know more about that movie than I do about my brother. Like I know so much about that movie that it's ridiculous.
Oh my god! 5 minutes ago, I said I don't want to start a DC versus.
We're 20 minutes in. All right, so the Super Bowl happened between episodes.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know what sport is. No, you followed.
I didn't watch the game,
but you have followed.
I followed the game, and I followed the NFL season.
Yeah. Real quick, we'll just segue. How did you feel about the result of the game?
I was upset and also kind of happy. You know, like not gonna get too deep into sports, but like.
But elaborate.
Yeah, I was happy that the new team won. You know, but it was like, yeah, I was just a bit grey. Like my team, the team I support, went out in the NFC Championship game.
Right.
Yeah, so like I wasn't really invested anyways, but I kind of wanted the team that beat my team to win, because then it's like, oh well, my team lost to the champions. They didn't win.
Yeah.
And anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from the subpar Super Bowl halftime show.
Who was it?
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. All I saw was that meme of some kid on his phone.
Yeah.
Because apparently, like, Justin Timberlake walked past him, and it's just a shot of this kid on his phone, and people memed it like him googling who is Justin Timberlake and like all sorts of random stuff.
I was yeah.
His album's going up and down. Actually, that's something I've learned. Is
Yeah.
that I want to get it. I liked Filthy, which is the first release song. I heard Man in the Woods actually the other day. It's quite good, but apparently the album's mixed received, which is fine. I like Justin Timberlake. But no, we're not here to talk about music or sports.
No.
We're here to talk about Die Hard 2.0.
Yes.
We're going to talk about some trailers. First, there was some sort of the little short ones that are about 30 to a minute long, and then some of them we're just going to talk about their full trailers, because some of them then got more trailers.
Yeah.
But Skyscraper.
Okay, Skyscraper. First word that comes to mind.
Die Hard. That's
Die
two
Hard.
words.
Nice. Hey, put a hyphen in there. It's one word.
So, for those of you who don't know, there was a new Rock movie, which is sort of this guy he's construction. Is he working?
I don't know. It's like a mixture of like three roles. It's The Rock's role from San Andreas. You know, it's Bruce Willis from Die Hard.
Yeah.
And it's Peter Millark post first Hunger Games, because he hasn't got a leg.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And then it's
just
so
The
he's
Rock.
this guy who's trapped in a skyscraper and he needs to save his family who's on a higher
Something
floor.
like that.
It feels like Die Hard. So
Yeah. I can't complain about it too much because it's The Rock and I'll go watch it.
Yeah.
And I'll probably really have a lot of fun.
I think The Rock's a guilty pleasure.
No, he's not a guilty pleasure. He's
No, like the roles he does, like you see things like he's got 2 out this year. What's the other one? He's got another film out this year. The one about the beasts.
Yeah, is it called Large?
Large beasts and where to find them.
Where are they?
But no, both of them, I'm not sure, because I saw San Andreas.
Yeah.
But even before that, I was like, GTA? And then it came out.
To sum up The Rock's movies, and that's not like this isn't a bad thing. Just watch The Scorpion King. like that's nothing against The Rock or The Scorpion King as a film or The Rock's career, but for me, The Scorpion King is like, it's not a great film. You know,
But I like it.
But I like it, and I like The Rock in it, and I think The Rock's really good in it. You know, and that's The Rock's career for me.
He's not a bad actor. I honestly don't think
no,
he's
he
a
can
bad
act.
actor. Yeah. But no, so Skyscraper is just sort of a fun little. It's an action. I think we've lost a little bit of that action vibe at the moment. There's superheroes. There thrillers.
Just hardcore action.
Just an action flick that you buy some popcorn, buy some lollies, sit there and just know you can it's almost like a switch your brain off sort of thing.
Yeah.
And just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Next up, Avengers had a little tease, which you were really excited about. One moment in particular.
Yeah, just
one
moment.
The Bleeding Edge Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Bleeding Edge is a nanotechnology that Stark created, which is pretty much inside him.
Yeah. Like I know the whole.
He is
thing,
Iron Man,
but he inject like nanobots into his body or something like that, and like the suit can come out of his skin or something like that.
Yeah, it's really weird, and I think it's
really cool. Apparently, it's stronger than any of his other suits.
Look, put it this way,
more powerful.
He's been Iron Man for 10 years. It's a great way to keep him fresh.
Yeah.
just coming out of his arm, just out of his pores and his skin, and you're like, ugh. But no, the trailer looks cool. You know, I'm excited. I've always been cautious about the film.
Yeah.
Because it is so many players, but what these trailers show me is that it is almost like there's all these stories, and it's almost like a kind of like a New Year's Eve sort of movie.
Yeah, and they interconnect.
Yeah, and they
interconnect
because
that's the cool thing. You see like there's a shot in the trailer where Bruce Banner's talking to Tony Stark, but Hulk's with Captain America and stuff. At the end.
Yeah.
So I think the cool thing is that it's just a feeling that you're gonna have 3 sets of characters or whatnot. You're gonna have Cap, you're gonna have Iron Man, and then you're gonna have
like Thor,
probably like Thor or something like that,
and the Guardians,
and not just Thor.
Thor.
And they're not gonna meet, but they're gonna.
Nice.
But the characters, so like Thor's with the Guardians, but we know that the Guardians meet up with Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man meet his Hulk's with Cap, but we know that Bruce Banner's with Iron Man at some point.
So how they get separated,
Vision
or maybe
is with,
it goes
Vision's
along.
with Cap.
Yeah.
So these characters,
Spider-Man's with that group. Strange is
Spider's.
with
So
Iron
I
Man,
think that there's going to be like 3 core groups almost. Like there's going to be Thor and probably the Guardians.
Yeah.
You're going to have Cap and probably everyone in Civil War that was on his side.
But no, yeah.
And then you're going to have
Hawkeye, Black Panther, Scarlet
and then
Witch.
you're going to have Iron Man with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. And
And
people
Wong.
in those groups are going to like interact and going to go help other people out. But Thor, Iron Man, and Cap,
May not.
I don't think they're gonna get very little screen time together.
And if not, I feel like it'll be a conclusion sort of thing.
Yeah.
That maybe get the original 6 together to fight Thanos or something along those lines. And I think that'll be the setup for the sequel.
Yeah.
Just sort of had them maybe.
I think. Do you know what would be really cool? The last shot, because nice spotting by the way. There's 3 scratches on Thanos' face, right?
Yeah, at the end of that trailer.
And you're like, and then you show me the scene of Cap's new shield, and you're like, oh, I bet either him or Black Panther scratched him or something.
Yeah,
like
something
that. I'm
vibranium that's strong.
Yeah.
Either if it's Cap's shield with those 3 edges on it, or Panther's claws. Something sharp, I think, gives Thanos a bit of a little scratchy on his face.
It'd be really cool if that turning face shot was the last shot in the movie.
That would be cool.
Like, obviously, I don't know, Cap fights Thanos or something like that, or Iron Man and Cap fight Thanos, and like if it's just Cap dies, or if it's Iron Man and Cap, they both die, and the last shot is just him turning to like the rest of the Avengers or something like that. Well, not even the rest of the Avengers, or just looking to Earth because he's like, boom, I got the hard ones out of the way.
Yeah, and that's cool because that's all, the way you say that sort of turn of Thanos is almost reflective of when you first see him in the credits of Avengers, when he just does that turn. And I think that's a cool little like throwback.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. I'd love that.
I think there's going to be a big statement kill at the end of the film. Like, I think that's what it's... I mean...
Coulson, again.
Coulson, yeah. He just stands next to... I don't even know what this is. To Thanos. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what it does. But so I think... What it does. I think the whole film's going to be like a typical Avengers film. Like, it's going to be like, oh, yeah, bad guys, not so bad. You know, it's just another Loki invasion, or it's just another Ultron. They save the day. And right at the end, there's going to be like a big statement kill, like Vanos.
Vanos and H2O Delirious come in and they
Thanos,
use their YouTube subs to kill the Avengers.
No, Thanos just makes like a massive statement kill or something like that. You know, he just like kills Iron Man and Captain America or Thor or something.
Just snaps everyone's neck.
Yeah.
Superman style. Red Sparrow. We'll go through these next 2 quite quickly. We've got a couple of thriller sort of films coming out. Jennifer Lawrence is starring in this film, Red Sparrow, which is sort of... A lot of people have compared it to the Black Widow backstory. I don't
Which I'm still calling is a smokescreen.
Yeah. I don't want to think of it like that. It's cool to see Jennifer Lawrence step out of...
But I mean, I've seen Salt and I've seen Atomic Blonde.
Yeah, well, I'm interested to see... I like neo-noir crime thriller, and I think we've had a bit of a rocky road with that. I didn't see The Snowman last year with Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
A couple of reasons why. One, I wanted to see it with my dad. My dad reads the Joe Nesbo books, which is based off. Also, I just didn't see very good reviews.
Yeah.
And I hate that because I don't like doing that. But this is, again, one of those films that you got a leading woman, but it's also that story that I think a lot of people maybe don't go out to see. They just end up seeing it afterwards.
I think my problem with it is I can't complain that it's an overused genre, and I can't say that it's the fact that it's women, because I don't have a problem with that. I mean, because once you think about it, Bourne, Bond, Mission Impossible, same genre. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just that it seems that whenever it's done by a woman, and yet again, don't want to upset anyone, but...
Cahan hates women's. Rumours.
Oh, rumours. It's like there's one backstory.
Yeah.
Like there's like a jaded woman, something bad happened to her, and now she's a badass.
Yeah.
You know, and that doesn't go for all of them. You know, like I'm not saying that it goes for all of them, but it's just
Spy with that girl from Bridesmaids. I don't know. Is that movie Spy with Jason Statham and Jude Law?
I mean, yeah, and like yet again, when I say those kinds of things, it doesn't mean every single film's like that.
Yeah.
But the ones that you see and the ones that you hear of are very similar.
Right. No, I feel that.
Yeah, and that's probably why I'm just like, I probably won't go see it.
Keen, not keen. There you go. You're not keen. I'm keen.
Semi-keen.
Semi-keen.
It's still Jennifer Lawrence.
Queen. Keen. Yeah. A Quiet Place. It's a cool little horror. I think the story is just about like there are these things out there. I don't think we know what they are yet, and you can't make noise.
Yeah.
You know, and it attracts them, and they kill you. I think
it feels like Fifth Wave meets Signs.
Yeah.
It's got like the feel of Signs, but like the overall apocalypse of the fifth wave.
Yeah. But just better. No,
yeah.
Fifth Wave's fine. But no, it's got Emily Blunt. It's got John Krasinski.
Who are married, by the way.
Who are married. We just figured that out actually before. John Krasinski, he's sort of jumped out of The Office.
Yeah, the dork comedian kind of thing.
Into this action. He was in 13 Hours, the Michael Bay film that was apparently good, but I didn't see. Yeah. And there was also a trailer at the Super Bowl that
Mr. Lens Flair.
That John Krasinski's going to be playing Jack Ryan in a new Amazon Prime show.
Yet again, another Super Bowl trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that's the I'm excited. I'm just excited. I think it's cool to see comedian actors step out into larger roles.
It looks good.
It does look good. Yeah.
It looks. I think for a lot of things is atmosphere brings a lot more to a film than you think it does.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, atmosphere and tone can tell more of a story and give you more of a feeling than any run of dialogue or any dramatic piece of acting.
And that's why I think, you know, when
just watch the Harry Potter franchise.
But also, if you go back to black and white films, some of those films they stand out over time. And a film like The Artist, which came out in 2011, which was black and white and also no dialogue, there are some really creative things that and some of them have been lost over time. But you go back and watch some of those films and you're like, wow, that's actually really cool. And the atmosphere of the film it stands out more than that stands out so much that you forget there's no dialogue. You forget it's black and white. And a film like this, I think, is really cool to look into because, you know, I think it's ascending the genre in a way, but it's also just sort of, it's a step in a cool, unique direction.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, for me, as I said not 1 minute ago, just the tone of the film is enthralling. Like Arrival, you know, with Jeremy Renner and shit.
Yeah, and shit, Amy Adams.
Yeah. I won't lie, boring ass film. Like it is.
It's quite.
It could be slow, you know, but the atmosphere keeps you interested.
Absolutely.
You know, atmosphere can keep you around, and in terms of telling your story, as I said before, watch the Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah.
Just watch the atmosphere change from 1 to 7, and you can just tell that the atmosphere is half the story. You know, it sets up anything more than any prologue or epilogue or line of dialogue could.
And if you're not big on blockbuster films, check out literally
any indie
film ever. You know, go to the
watch a film by A24, the company.
Yeah.
The
go to the
company.
Go to the film festival in Wellington or Auckland or New Zealand or on Aussie. They've all got every year. There's film festivals in every country.
Yeah, I like how you said New Zealand because we don't believe in ourselves to have international viewers.
But no, you go to a film festival and you can pick any movie to watch, and you can see how atmosphere and how a film is made in a way that you don't have a budget. You've got to use what you have, and atmosphere is one of those
things that
things.
are not said tell more than the things that are said.
Yeah, and there was a film last year, A Ghost Story, which I'm up and down about, which had Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck in it, and that is another one about atmosphere, and you just
it speaks more than any dialogue.
Speaking more, dinosaurs. Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom.
Because we all know how dinosaurs love to speak.
Yeah, man. And Meet the Robinsons. We've got tiny arms. And Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom had a nice minute and a half, I think.
It was 2 minutes.
Was it 2 minutes?
I think it was
a long trailer, but it wasn't like it was on the Super Bowl. I like it. I'm excited. I wasn't a big fan of Jurassic World.
Oh, really?
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I love Jurassic Park. I grew up on that movie, so
Do you like the third one?
let's not. No, let's talk about something else. No, the other two. I like elements of Jurassic Park 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like the scene in 2 where they're in the bus and it's off the thing and the glass is cracking.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
like the scene in 3 right at the end with the cage. You know, like the pterodactyls in the cage.
Yeah.
I like that's the only thing I remember of the third one.
So there are elements of those two I like. Jurassic World, I liked going back to that world and revisiting it.
Yeah.
I liked seeing of all characters, BD Wong. That character, the scientist from, you wouldn't pick him to bring back.
Yeah.
But it's I'm looking forward to this because I feel it's fallen kingdom. It's fallen into a more into that, because Jurassic Park wasn't a horror.
No.
But there's elements that
it was like an action thriller.
Yeah, there's like frights, and I like this idea. The opening scene was with this dinosaur inside this girl's room.
Yeah, what a terrifying thing! You'd think that the one place you'd be safe from dinosaurs is your room.
Is your bedroom. You pull your cover up over your face like every little kid does, and they're gone. But no, and I'm excited, and obviously Jeff Goldblum's back, BD Wong's back, Toby Jones is going to be in it,
and I like the overarching theme. It's not an obvious thing, but in Jurassic World, it was let's use dinosaurs for military. Mm-hmm. Let's adapt this dinosaur or this species to our own human needs. They've made like a hybrid dinosaur.
Yeah,
like we don't know what it's going to be used for, not necessarily military tactics, but the thing is, yet again, it's manipulating something for our own needs or our own wants.
Absolutely.
And it's not probably going to be a thing that's like it's not like a character's going to be like, it's just like on the island before when you wanted to use it for the military. No, it is going to be like an obvious theme that they're going to spell it out for you. It's going to be just like a subtle thing that you can look back on and be like, at least between these two, I don't know what the rest in the saga are going to be like, but at least between these two, there's kind of like a similarity between those two. Yeah,
and I do like it, and I'm hoping that is a cool theme, and I hope it's not again the back and forth of better get these things off the island, better go back to let's make a new island. And it looks like, according to the director and people behind the scenes, what we've seen in the 2 trailers so far is within the first half of the film.
Really?
We haven't actually seen any of the second half yet.
Oh,
which is hopefully, if accurate, that's awesome. Because I'm pumped for the first half.
Yeah,
let's hope the second half's not bad.
Yeah.
But that sort of element. But you're pumped?
Yeah, I'm pumped.
I'm first ticket in. No, I won't be. That's expensive. Mission Impossible.
Like that's your reason, eh? It's just too expensive.
I don't have any money. This doesn't pay me.
Begging on the streets.
You guys need a watch so I can get paid. No, it's got nothing to do with it.
It's a non-profit thing.
Yeah, man. If you want this to keep going, you've got to start coming to our house.
We don't live together, first off. And I don't want strangers coming into my house.
Mission Impossible Fallout. There was both a Super Bowl little short and then they released the full trailer online.
Yeah.
We'll just talk about the whole thing. I'm so excited that I started going back and watching the other ones.
Yeah.
I love... This is Tom Cruise's best role.
Yeah.
Because he gets to be Tom Cruise. But he also plays...
It's his second best role for me.
What's this?
I like him in Rain Man.
Oh, yeah. That's it. No, that's a really good point. You may have just turned my mind.
I can't say I've seen like all of Tom Cruise's filmography, but I do like him in Rain Man.
Yeah, Rain Man's really good, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But yeah, no, I think... what was I talking about? Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is here, his looks, his charming personality.
Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman.
Do you mean Philip Seymour Hoffman?
No, Dustin Hoffman, because he's in Rain Man.
Oh, right. I just watched 3 last night. That's why I'm on Mission Impossible mode. Simon
Hoffman.
Simon Pegg's back. Ving Rhames is back. Alec Baldwin, which is a really cool character I liked in the last film. That twist at the end is great. If you guys haven't seen the Mission Impossibles, and people say it's up and down, but I would think all of them except 1 are good.
Yeah, you don't like 2.
2 is terrible.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah.
You can Google
it. Is it the one where the helicopter goes into the
tunnel?
The tunnel?
No, that's the first one.
Is it the first one?
No, the second one is where Tom Cruise and the other guy have their motorbikes and they meet in the air and then they like hug and then no, they like.
Yeah.
That's real weird. No, it's he's on a cliff face.
I can't remember.
No, it's terrible. But no, Mission Impossible 3 is really great. We talked about that last week.
I mean, we're just repeating what we said last
Ghost
week.
Protocol,
really.
Rogue Nation. Go check them out if you enjoy that sort of fun action. And Rebecca Ferguson's back, who we both loved in The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, which we'll get to later.
Which we will. But she was great in the last one, and it's good to see that they're bringing back the woman, because they never do that.
Yeah.
They always and Michelle Monaghan's also back,
They just copied Bond, eh?
Yeah. But no, they're bringing back a bunch of the cast. It's tying in a cool way, I guess, like Spectre did. It's tying into the last one, but it's also got this cool quote, because I think a running theme of the Mission Impossibles is Tom Cruise going rogue.
Yeah.
But Henry Cavill's this line is like, how many times can an agency disown you and disavow you and before you lose?
Mission Impossible, rogue again.
Yeah. But like Henry...
Rogue once more.
I'm excited. I thought I'd be a bit butthurt that they didn't let Henry Cavill shave his mustache, but I'm more excited for this than I was for Henry Cavill and Justice League.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm excited for Henry Cavill.
I thought you were about that Spy from Uncle one that he did.
No, but I'm excited for this. It was a great trailer as well.
Yeah.
Ant-Man. He's on the desk. Look out. Ant-Man and the...
and the Wasp. We're opposite ends of the spectrum on this one, I think.
Are we? Are you not excited?
Not all too much. I mean, again, in the previous podcast, I mentioned that Doctor Strange and now Spider-Man, because I've watched Spider-Man since, are the only two introduced characters that have really grabbed me and been like, I want to see more of you.
Do you think you have to wait for Panther?
I mean, I think I said it before, and I might be contradicting myself from what I said earlier on, but Paul Rudd was just Paul Rudd as Ant-Man and Ant-Man for me.
Right, yeah. Is that bad?
I'm not Paul Rudd's biggest fan.
You're not Paul Rudd. No. Yeah. Okay. No, that's valid.
Like in terms of movies. I mean, he seems like a great guy.
I think that character of Paul Rudd fits in the universe because it's not Downey Jr. Stark, and it's not
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, it's different. It's like a different spectrum. So I think it works, and I'm excited. There's a couple reasons why I'm excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp. One, Michelle Pfeiffer is back in a superhero movie.
Yeah. They just I think they do it now, eh? The people who've been in like old DC or Marvel films, they're just all
we need now is
just jump to the other one.
All we need now is Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Seamless transition, Danny DeVito.
Yes, very nice.
If I didn't say anything, usually you can't tell that there's a cut.
Yeah.
But because I said seamless transition.
Yeah.
My old man came home and wished you all a Merry Christmas. Danny DeVito, he's the only one out of the... Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Both jumped back into the superhero genre. I was thinking Batman Returns, that's why I said Danny DeVito. Yeah. But a lot of those actors, I think, and that's nostalgic. I think that's what it is.
No. Yeah.
No. But for people who are fans of Batman from the '89 and that, they were like, oh, that'd be cool if whoever jumps back into this role. So Michelle Pfeiffer's back. Lawrence Fishburne's in it. Randall Park is playing Jimmy Woo, who's a SHIELD agent, which is an interesting thing. The character of Ghost is going to be in it, which I don't know a lot about. You don't really know. There isn't a lot to know about that character, but it's cool because I'm happy the villain's not. It's Ant-Man, but a villain. Like I kind of felt like Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man was a bit like that.
Yeah,
just a different version of Ant-Man, which is not
the alternate skin.
Yeah, in a way. So Ghost is not as much of a, and also they're on the run as well. I like the whole the building.
Yeah,
turned into. Although it does ask the question if there are people in that building.
Yeah.
When Ant-Man shrinks, he's still strong.
Yeah.
So that thing's heavy as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for. I'm kind of excited for Evangeline Lilly stepping into.
The one thing that I'm probably excited about when it comes to this film.
Oh, and I love Michael Douglas as Hank Pym. I think that's and that line of oh, you gave her weapons. Was none of that technology available?
No, it was.
No, it was. It's like and there's memes of it where people have turned it into roadie. Talking to Stark about you put the parachute in Spider-Man's suit, was none of that technology around.
That's terrible.
And I'm just like, oh, that's good. So you got that. Get off your phone.
Sorry.
Either that or you're staring at your genitals. Solo movie.
I didn't put that in my suit. That didn't make any sense.
Your genitals?
Didn't make any sense.
Han Solo
film. Nice.
Han Solo, a Star Wars story, I think it's called.
Yeah.
I'm forever going to call it Han Solo movie.
No, it's just a solo film for me. Solo times 2.
I was heavily skeptical before the trailers.
Yeah, and now you like it.
A couple of things. We talked about
We
this.
talked about
the
it
first
on
episode.
last episode we talked about it.
No, because it was the whatever. I was just saying, this was the episode where we talked about most anticipated movies.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the.
I think we've talked about Solo all 3 of them.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited for Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke, Donald Glover especially, and Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah.
He looks fun. Like I'm excited.
You know, when we first talked about it,
Yeah.
and we gave it the rating, and I gave it banana. Well, no, I gave it your couch because it was 1. It's now a 2.
My couch is fine.
was
It's only a 2.
It was a 1 because
You were.
I was Emilia Clarke, and now it's a
Alright.
2 because I saw Viggo Mortensen. So I might give it a 3.
Yeah.
Like I am more. I won't lie. I am more excited for it now, but there's still a big part of me. It's like, did we need this?
Yeah, I will always have those thoughts. I mean,
and I can't stop that from me watching the film.
Even if the film is good, I'll still be like, did we need this?
Yeah.
Give me Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So I've got no problems with the cast.
Yeah.
I am still. Again, the last time we had a film where a director had problems and there was reshoots.
Yeah.
To this size.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not true, but Fantastic.
Yeah.
2015's Fantastic Four, and that turned out shocking.
Yeah, I haven't even watched it.
And I still haven't seen it. But when a film does something like that, has a huge turnaround with production, you get a little bit concerned. But it's looking good.
Yeah. I'm still. I just realized, like, anyone's listening who's listened to all 4, been like, man, he doesn't get excited for anything, does he?
He does.
No, it's just that
Every time Cahan walks in, he has a big smile on his face.
For me, it's like, for me when I watch it, like, do you want me to get excited? Prove it to me.
So dark.
I know.
People can't see your face. Like he went from like a sort of straight face to like a smile. Like it's not like he was like, prove it to me. You want me to get excited? Like
No.
I've been pitching this idea for the podcast for years to him. It never made him excited.
Yeah. No, it's just, for a lot of movies, and and it's not for like some reason like, oh, I got burnt so many times for getting excited. No, it's just like actors. You're in Hollywood for a reason usually. You can act good or you can act bad.
Or you
but
can
they're
post,
generally
or you
good.
can post a really good sex tape online and get,
famous.
fame and then date Kanye West.
So you can actors in Hollywood are good. Directors in Hollywood are good.
I hate the Kardashians.
Writers in Hollywood are good.
Yeah.
They all have proven themselves at least to some degree in most things. So. And for that logic, you kind of have to get hyped for everything, But with me, it's like, prove it to me.
Okay.
I get excited that actors are in it, and I get excited to see those actors.
Do you give them a clean slate in a way?
Yeah, I give them a clean slate. Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes sense. No, and Ron Howard has had.
Obviously, these exceptions through, like Avengers. Every time a Predator or Alien movie comes out, I'll just innately get, and it's just because they're things I enjoy. But for things I'm not really interested in, I won't be like, oh, I really want to see it, or oh, I don't want to see it. Like, I will have one of those reactions, but when it's a negative one, it's like, prove it to me.
Yeah, it's valid though. That's valid. And Ron
I
Howard,
said so many different things there that like I confused myself.
I think it makes sense. Ron Howard to me is an up and down director.
Yeah.
He's had some good ones. Apollo 13 is a really good one of his.
Yeah.
But and I like seeing the Star Wars world in a different way.
Yeah.
But I feel like this isn't. It's still not. Rogue One. Neither Rogue One or this one is still going in that direction I wanted to.
Yeah.
And my theories for Obi-Wan, and that's the thing. And this is what happened with Last Jedi with people. They had theories and it's not what happened, and then they got upset. I'm hoping my theories will be close enough to the Obi-Wan film if it does come out, then I won't be upset. But no, this film made me more interested and on board.
It intrigued me.
Yeah, it made me more on board with the idea than I have been previously. So,
kudos to you.
2 sweaty, slightly painted thumbs up.
Yeah,
My
nice.
hands. I was painting today. Deadpool 2.
Yes.
His balls are in your face. Ah!
Your hand reached so far across this table. I did not expect it.
It was.
I
like that.
I'm like this with Deadpool 1.
I just choked on my water.
Oh my god. Lost Paris tries to. Yeah. I was like this with Deadpool 1.
Yeah.
I was like, and I think I'll do the same thing, is that I wasn't hyped, and in a month before, I got really hyped.
Right.
You know, and I think it's gonna be like that. And I'm like that with most films. Like, I'll be like,
prove it to me.
yeah, prove it to me. And then like a month beforehand, for some reason, it's just proven to me to use my own words. You know, I don't know. I don't watch anything. I don't see anything. But
Man.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, actually disregard everything I just said. Screw proving it to me. It's just that for a lot of films, I'm not hyped. And then for some reason, I'm hyped right
Well, I guess
before it
because it's
comes
closer to the time, I feel. Maybe you just sort of, that in 6 days, I'm going to go watch Deadpool 2 or
I'm just
whatever.
very much like meh for a lot of things. And then right beforehand, then it's like, oh, there's that new film with Viggo Mortensen and Emilia Clarke. Oh, it also happens to be a whole Han Solo film. I'll go watch it. You know?
But did you like the trailer? Did you enjoy the trailer?
Yeah.
It was kind of fun that they poked fun the whole CGI bit at the beginning with his arm, and then they're like, "Oh, it's not like a mustache."
Yeah.
I'm like, I
it's
get
like-
it. I'm excited to see. I think I'm more excited to see all the characters other than Deadpool.
Yeah.
I'm keen to see Negus,
Yeah,
Warhead,
same here.
Colossus, Dopeender.
Dopeender.
Also, I'm keen to see Cable, also
Unfortunately,
Domino, and it's funny. I don't have a name for this kid, the Kiwi actor. That's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
I don't know his actual name.
I know.
I don't know his
And
character's
I think
name.
it's because we've seen all of Deadpool.
Yeah,
Like, we've seen all of Deadpool. I mean, and Deadpool's great, and I will enjoy him in Deadpool too.
his balls are in your face.
But we've seen Deadpool,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So now it's like, I want to see Cable.
yeah.
I want to see, Negasonic Teenage Warhead or whatever it is. Now, I want to see Dopinder again. I want to see the end of his romance with Gita. But, I want to see everything, not except Deadpool, but everything more than Deadpool.
Yeah. I think, and I want it because Deadpool. It didn't. It was just. It did what it is.
Yeah.
It breaks the fourth wall and like, the definition of breaking the fourth wall. It does that, and I think Deadpool's fun, and I really enjoy watching it. But again, if it's just a rehash of a lot of that stuff, even if it's just new references, I still won't be like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it's weird. I've got this weird feeling about Deadpool, I guess. And it's
Yeah.
not because it's not your thing of I'm not excited. Here, prove it to me. It's just that I
Prove it to
don't.
me. Yeah.
I'm just more excited about the elements around Deadpool and not necessarily his shenanigans.
Yeah.
But no, I'm still keen to jump in that theater and let Ryan Reynolds ride me to victory.
Yeah.
I tried to
Nice.
make
Let's hope you don't go to the premiere when he's actually
Oh,
there.
God. I heard on a podcast you said
Yeah.
you wanted me to ride you to victory.
Moving on. Here's the part of the podcast where we tried last time, but we don't have anything to talk about. What we've watched. What's the official title?
What we watched when you weren't listening.
Nice.
So there's 2 things here. I'm going to quickly rattle off my one because you haven't seen it yet and I don't want to spoil anything. This also had a Super Bowl trailer. Segue back to what we've just been talking about. Cloverfield Paradox. Really smart marketing move.
Yeah.
Put a trailer out for the Super Bowl and then say, go home, get out your Netflix.
Watch it.
Well, I made it sound like a VHS.
Yeah. Dust off your Netflix. Make sure that the lens is clean.
You haven't had anyone to chill with
it.
in a while, so you're dusting off your Netflix machine. Oh. But no, so yeah, and then they said go home and watch it on Netflix. I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I watched it, Cloverfield when I got home. I really love 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Cloverfield, I got to study it at school, so there's that element of like...
Yeah, I watched it so many times.
Yeah. But I still I appreciate what it is as a found footage film. Yeah. Paradox, I said this to you before, and I think this is the only thing I'll say, is it feels like a different film, but someone got their hands on it and wrote it so it was connected to the Cloverfield.
Yeah, so it was a film, it was individual film beforehand. Then they're like, oh, let's chuck this into the Cloverfield
So
franchise.
overall, I did enjoy it, and I recommend people go watch it. There is more Cloverfield stuff coming, hopefully.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's a few things where it's like, there's a fourth one coming, and it's going to be like this.
Yeah.
And I love the cast, and I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed it. I love Chris O'Dowd. The actress's name. There's the main actress in it. I can't think of her name right now, but she was in an episode of Black Mirror in season 3. She's really great. John Ortiz, Daniel Bruhl. Again, I can't think of the woman's names. That's terrible. The Asian chick, she's from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen everyone before, and they're all together. I'm like, oh, this is a great cast. So, David Oyelowo is in it as well, which is, it's a perfect cast. I adore these actors. So, it was fun. I just go and watch it and come back and tell me what you thought.
Okay, my turn?
Our turn. You can go first because I know you love this.
Yeah.
A bit of insight. Cahan loves a good musical.
Yeah, I love a good musical,
What's your favourite? Not this one, but is it Moulin Rouge?
Oh, that's hard.
Ooh.
Can I give you a top 3? Mm-hmm. Okay. Moulin Rouge, Sweeney Todd, and what I just watched, The Greatest Showman.
Greatest
Showman.
Oh, one of them has Ewan McGregor in it.
Yeah, and one of them also has Hugh Jackman. And another one also has
Zac Efron. Which is on our
and
list from last
Johnny Depp. That's like the whole male cast of the movie we made last time. But we
watched
right after the end of the last podcast.
Episode,
we went out and we watched The Greatest Showman. It's been a while since it came out, so no matter how great I think it is, you probably won't be able to catch it in theaters. But it's awesome. Like, I can't express how much I love this film. Like, I said to Paris when we were walking out of the film that
you were smiling from cheek to cheek.
Oh,
you were smiling so
I got
hard.
some second looks because it was like, what the hell is he on? But some films just make you feel happy. And they make you feel, I can't describe it, something that when you walk out of the theatre, you just feel lighter. You feel happier.
There's a warmth.
There's a warmth, and it's the stuff that makes a memory almost.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not saying
you had a
that,
memory of sitting in a quiet cinema with your cousin watching a movie.
I just remember the experience.
Right. Yeah. How did you feel?
How much. And not obviously not if it's all down to the film. Maybe I was just having a really good day, and I watched a really good film on top of that. But anyway, back to the film. It is
enough about your personal things. This isn't therapy.
Yeah. It's just a fun film.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing like if you find out the true story about how the circus started, it's not a musical. I'll tell you that much. It's 3 hours of therapy. I'll tell you that's probably what it is. But it brushes over the dark stuff, and it kind of just brings the colorfulness. Colorful. Yeah. That's the word for the film. Colorful. It is. I haven't got the words for it. It is so happy.
Yeah.
You watch it, you sit down, and from the get-go, you're like, I can just sit back, relax, and have fun with this.
Yeah, it opens with the opening song is called "The Greatest Show," and it's got this
Show.
Great beat, and it's opening to the credits, and it's just.
And then even after that, it's kind of segues into his young childhood.
Yeah,
there's a song, the song that his childhood version sings to his future wife and him when he's older.
Yeah,
I sat back there, I listened to the first part of it, and then the bass came in, and then I got gooseflesh. Wow. Like, I got gooseflesh, and I mean, people refer to it as chills, but it's gooseflesh.
Call it gooseflesh? I call it goosebumps.
Gooseblesh doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Flesh is just a weird term.
Yeah. Goosebumps. I got goosebumps. And it's probably because it just.
The goose flash all over my body.
It just made me happy, and it got to me.
I got some sweet goose flesh.
Shut up. And I sat back, and I just sat back with a smile on my face, and I just enjoyed the film from start to finish.
Yeah, and I think the fun thing about the film is there's this underlying, it doesn't beat you over the head, but there's this message around equality in it. Obviously.
Equality, and everyone's at the core is the same. We shouldn't poke fun at things that are outside the conventional box.
Yeah, absolutely. And the few things I like about this project, it's one of you as someone who is an aspiring actor, director, creator. Hugh Jackman had this Probably about
It's quite the story.
7 for 10 years he's been trying to get this pitched, and he's trying really hard, and he finally got it done, and I think it's really great. It turned out really great, in my opinion.
I loved it.
And and it brings back, it's the cast is great. We shouldn't gloss over that. Rebecca Ferguson, who we talked about before,
Zac Efron,
has a fun. Zac Efron,
Hugh Jackman, Zendaya.
Yeah, Michelle Williams. It's got a nice, neat cast, and they're all really appealing.
Yeah,
like there's not a character. There's a villain.
Even the kids in the film.
Yeah.
Kids are insufferable when you watch films. I mean, you get like for every X-23, you get Macaulay Culkin.
Ah, come on.
No, post Home Alone 1 and 2. Didn't he do a third Home Alone?
There was, but it wasn't him.
Yeah. Well, Macaulay Culkin outside of Home Alone.
For every...
You get the Stuart Littles.
I got a better one.
You get the Stuart Littles.
I got a better one. For every Daphne Keane, you get a Jake Lloyd from Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Daphne Keane, X-23, yeah.
But yeah, so like... And there's not just one Daphne
Sorry, you get
Keane.
100 Jake Lloyds.
Yeah, exactly, So, and even the kids aren't... Just the film is so... Yet again, I'm going to say this. Happy and light and colourful.
Prove it to me.
It proved it to me. The colour palette, for some reason, is just lighter.
Yeah.
It's brighter.
Absolutely.
It's more fun. It's... Just watch it. Go out and watch it now. Well, you can't. But...
No, right now. Why are you listening? If you can still hear me, you should be in the theatre.
Just go out and watch it, and I can't guarantee you a fun time because there are some awfully depressing people out there. Yes. Hey, Anton. No, I love you, man. No, just...
That's terrible.
Just let go. Don't think about the film too much.
I got Kylo Ren in my head now. You're still holding on. Nachos. Hugh Jackman, first of all, he is a great showman. Like I would quite literally watch him do this as a performance.
Yeah, like a circus master, whatever.
He's such a fun
guy.
I love. Yeah, it sounds like he is pretty accurate to what he puts himself out to be.
Yeah,
but it was a fun casting. It's not a deep story, but it doesn't mean it's not a good story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to think too much. It hands it to you, but it doesn't give you kid gloves. It's like, oh, you're so dumb, so I'll hand it to you. It's just like, this isn't the point of the film. The point of the film is not the social relevance. The point of the film is not to make what I refer to as a Oscar movie.
Yeah.
Where they heap on the relevance to social and that's the point of the film. This isn't that. It has its means.
It's a story about a bloke who's human, who makes mistakes, but he's got a passion.
The social relevance isn't the core of the story. The problems aren't the core of the story.
Mm-hmm.
The great times aren't the core of the story. It is just... The story's there. It's just a story.
It's a story about a guy
and it's a fun story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tinged. It's an interesting word.
Easily tinged.
It goes along with a great soundtrack.
Yeah, absolutely. We've both said this. We've been listening to it since we saw it.
Here's this. I saw the movie with Paris when we did the podcast 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I've seen it 4 times since then. and this isn't just any 4 times. It's like one showing a day at the cinema 4 times.
Did you really do it 4 times afterwards?
3 times afterwards. I've been 4 times with you. I love it.
It's great. It is, honest, and the soundtrack is memorable.
And I'll probably go see it again.
The soundtrack's memorable, and it's again. I think people get caught up in the and this is
what's the meaning of the film.
But the critiquing of a film seems to be the most important part of filmmaking now.
Yeah,
you've got to get a film and get the best reaction.
Yeah, you got to have everything so you get the best reaction.
Yeah.
I have a feeling with this film they just didn't care the result.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it didn't matter.
Yeah, and I think that's a seamless cut.
Another one.
But no, yeah. So Greatest Showman, it's a fun film, and I just want to quickly finish on my point. I've mentioned this. I did a video about 2 years ago about 3 movie things I hate.
Yeah.
And one of them is critics, because I feel there's always, you've got to love it or hate a film. There's no middle ground, and if you're in the middle ground, you become. It's almost like you're still not good. Yeah. Even if you're in that middle ground.
Yeah, you're not in the top one.
Yeah, exactly. It's either first or everybody else.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's the problem I find doesn't lie with the critics. It relies on the people listening to the critics.
Yeah.
A critic is a person's opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
One person's opinion.
Yes.
here's something. Paris.
Hello.
Is orange or pink? Out of those two, which one's a better color?
I prefer orange.
I like pink.
All right.
Oh my god, you have it. So my opinion's wrong because you said orange?
Oh, hell yes.
That's it. Don't take other people's opinions as fact.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's something I think one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to move some of my content, like the rants I do on YouTube, into this podcast was because it's... Yes, me and Cahan have similar views, but I feel like there's...
We're different.
Yeah, there is an ability to talk about things like this in a way that people can hear us out and hear both of our opinions. And as some of the people who have listened to the podcast have said, they can then make their own opinions and then share it with people around them or come back and share it with us.
Yeah.
Because that's the point of a conversation. And I feel that's the point of what these movies should do. It should engage in a conversation. Yeah. And it sucks at times when you get a movie like The Greatest Showman and you look at its Rotten Tomatoes percentage or you look at
it's like 55% something.
Yeah, and it's mixed and
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
That's the thing. It doesn't matter if one critic says it's bad or 100 critics or all the critics.
Yeah.
You know?
Batman
doesn't matter. Batman versus Superman.
It's
a lot of critics, almost every critic panned it. I liked it.
I have fun with it.
I had fun with it.
It's not perfect, and I don't think it's terrible, and I don't think it's great. But there are elements of that film I enjoy.
That's your opinion. And you didn't let it get influenced by other people's. And that's at the core of it, what it's all about. That's what the cinema experience is about. It's about escapism. It's about enjoying something else that isn't the day-to-day.
Yeah.
I mean, and sure, you may not enjoy it.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The point is you tried to escape.
Absolutely.
You wanted to see something else. You wanted to experience something else. And you did.
Yeah.
It just wasn't necessarily a good experience.
Absolutely. And I think that's a great tagline for this film. It is a great way to escape.
Yeah.
Escape, whether it be you've had a tough breakup, you've just had a shit day, you've just, and maybe you've had a great day. It's still a way to escape.
It emphasizes your day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great, and even if, Cahan loved it, I really enjoyed it, you may not like it.
That's
You're not
your
wrong.
Opinion. That's fine.
That's fine. But Hugh Jackman will thrash you. No.
Whoa.
But and that's the sort of idea that I think is really, it's an idea that I think is really important when you go into these films. So, yeah, we've talked about all these films in the past few podcasts, but make sure you guys take our point of views, make your own point of views, compare them. If they line up, that's great. You're probably my best friend.
And we'd probably have great conversations.
Yeah, we'd have, and even if it doesn't.
And if you don't agree with us, we'd have even better conversations.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for listening again to the Sir Brady Podcast. A few things I just want to add at the end. We've just had a huge success with our film Virus. Last time we talked to you guys, it had just been released. It has now been out for two and a half weeks now.
Yep.
Great reception, and I'm so pleased that you guys enjoyed it. It's a huge pleasure of mine, but also Cahan had a really good part and behind the scenes, and it's really great to see you guys feedback. So if you enjoyed the movie, let me know. Comment on the video, because I love the feedback. And again, it ties into that conversation element I try to do. I had a couple of videos the past few weeks, things like 5 things you missed. There's a voiceover out on Monday, so stay tuned for that stuff on the YouTube channel. But as always...
And yet again, comments are welcome.
Comments are more than welcome.
If you want us to discuss something, if you just want to shout at us, Cahan, pink is not better than orange. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
We want to hear stuff because, well, it's the way we know, it's how we know that you guys are invested in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And as always, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And watching. Where can people find us? Well, you can find us on SoundCloud, I think, at the moment. You might be able to find... we're on YouTube pretty much. Go check out the Sir Brady Podcast on YouTube. Go check out Sir Brady on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram and on Twitter. We'll get around to getting you on there, Cahan. We'll get there eventually.
I'm about 10 years behind.
So, kind of, yeah. Cahan, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
For being a part of us again this week. And
I'm still sending letters. That's how far behind I am.
Post-it
I go to the post office. Did you get my letter from last week?
No, it's still getting here, man. It's snail mail, man.
Yeah.
It's taking forever. This thing called email I use. Come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that like an alternate post office?
Yeah. It's down the street. Thank you guys for always for listening, watching, and let us know, like Cahan said, just let us know what you thought of all the podcast, all the content in the comments down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell icon, do all that awesome stuff. My name is Paris.
And I'm Cahan.
Thank you so much for listening to the Sir Brady Podcast. Have a really great day and go.